Welcome to another episode of Live TV Reality Sucks.
What's going on? I'm Ty, Plastic Man. We got Amazing Cal to my left here. What's going on in the world? We got a little stuff that's going on in the world this week.
Especially in Virginia.
Virginia,
Did you see that?
That was. I didn't see it. I didn't even know what happened until yesterday.
Stop playing.
I'm dead serious.
Oh my goodness.
I don't even know what this world is coming to for something like this to happen.
They was marching white supremacy.
Was marching, but who was the guy who did it? Who
started it? Who founded it?
Who was the guy who ran people over? That's what I'm asking.
I don't know. I don't know who ran people over. I thought they were just
it was a white supremacy march.
It was a white supremacy march.
And they allowed
racism at its best.
They allowed this to happen.
Modern day terrorism.
They allowed this to happen.
It did. Modern day terrorism. There's a couple of black people started marching as well, saying Black Lives Matter. It was not only just white men, but it was white women said, "Oh, you sound like a nigger. You sound like a nigger." You know, I don't like to use that word, but they were just talking about that. It was just crazy.
Wow. Sorry for us. This is crazy.
It is crazy.
I haven't really looked into this or really read much about it because it was my weekend, so I didn't really relax like I did because I worked 60 hours this week. So
wow.
Yeah, I worked 60 hours this week, and
so you didn't know what was happening.
I didn't know what was going on. I don't think I knew it was sleep. That's all I know.
I understand, but it's crazy though, you know. And they were showing. I saw somebody showing clips about today, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, and they had it like in segments. And what they're showing how nothing has really changed.
Right.
It only has started evolving. And now when I look at that, it's like modern day terrorism as well, because you know they was run people over with their cars. They was out there. They didn't come out there to protest. They came out there in an act of hate. As well, they wasn't like marching them saying for this is what we believe in. They was marching them saying with hate. And you know, like we said before, so many times, wow, who made you hate yourself that you have to deliver that hate out so much?
I think the same thing. I mean, the Klan is going. The Klan has been around for years.
But the way they was doing it, they didn't even have. It was a modern day because
I know they didn't even have.
They didn't have hoods. They're like, listen, I got T-shirts on.
We got supremacy. This is what we
exactly.
stand for.
You know, they had their flags out, their Confederate flags.
I mean, but what is going to be done about this? You know what I mean? Like what are we gonna be? What is gonna be done about this? You know what I mean? Because how do we allow people to walk around and act like they can believe in white supremacy?
Because you know what? They take freedom of speech too liberal, and that's the thing. I believe it was the mayor or somebody, some type of councilman got up on there and said, "Listen, you're not welcome here. Please go back home." You know, I don't know his fourth. I can't quote word for word what he was saying, but they had a live TV show that said, "This is not a protest. This is an act of hatred as well." And when you saw them, you see so many video clips and you see so many segments of that. And you hear all the name calling. You hear all the racist name calling. You see how empowered they feel just to come out there and show them saying hatred. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Talk to me on that, man.
I mean, I don't really understand how that can be possible. Like, how can people walk? I mean, how is that? How can you? So they can do white supremacy, but we can't do Black Lives Matter. That's basically what you're saying.
Exactly. Because if we said, and the thing about it, you know, so when we say Black Lives Matter, they take it, you know what I'm saying, that, and they twist that and be like, well, we didn't say that all lives didn't matter. We're talking about what's affecting lives right now, and the Black lives were being affected at this time. Don't take that, you know what I'm saying, out of context. Not you per se, but the media and social, you know what I'm saying, and social platforms such as this. Like, so you're saying if I say Black Lives Matter, I mean all lives don't matter? No, we're talking about what's happening right now. If I'm talking about my children. If I'm talking about my children right now, I'm talking about, hey, my children matter right now. Not that all children don't matter.
Right.
My children's in trouble right now.
Right.
So I need to talk about CJ and Star Asia and Little Man.
What I saw, I posted on my page today. Look at this video. This guy down in, I think it was Virginia or Charlotte or somewhere. He was somewhere, and he was talking to the government, the mayor, the government. They had a whole, I guess you could say, city meeting or whatever.
Okay.
And they had the police officers in there. They had all these people in there. He was saying, you know, my life matters. You know what I mean? I'm trying to tell me what we need to do to make this better. Try to tell me what we need to do to make this work. Because I'm afraid in my life when I walk out of here. You know what I mean? This is not something I should be able to do in America, as we supposedly say justice for all, but justice don't mean for all. I mean for everybody that's non-black, non-white. You know what I mean? Because that's what it really boils down to.
I agree with you. I definitely agree with that.
Because I was watching something else today, and that's what they were saying, that there was a white kid who went viral on the internet about how you're gonna people, because Kaepernick is back in the
Who?
Is Kaepernick the guy for the football player? Is he back in the media again?
Oh, you talking about? I know you're talking about.
Kaepernick, the football player.
Yes.
Is he back?
Is he back playing?
Yeah, no. He's not playing?
Not that I know of. I mean, unless it happened 2 weeks ago. I mean, a week. Excuse me, 3 days ago.
So they suspended him and got him indefinitely for what he did last year.
Are you talking about the knee bending?
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about, right? They kind of banned him, blacklisted him.
So this white kid was talking about
it. Exactly.
So this white kid was saying on viral, and it's on. I put it on my page. If you go back to my page today, I reposted it. He was saying how y'all gonna be mad about Kaepernick not kneeing, but you're not gonna be mad about this white supremacist march.
Exactly. You okay? You okay with this? Hell, and all this other stuff, but you're not. But you're okay if somebody doesn't. Somebody kneels because they don't believe in what the country's actually standing for. Because what we're saying, I'm saying, our lives don't matter. Because a set of people, lynching us now. They're shooting us. This modern day lynching. So they're shooting us. They're shooting people, 18 times. They put in 50 bullets in a car. We got 8 cops, 8 to 9, 10 cops, on a person that can't breathe. And he's saying, I can't breathe. We have all these type, of issues, a modern day form of lynching. But yet, we get upset as soon as, we stand up. That's why we talk about, at first I never really used to understand it. When everything was like black this, even though I'm black. You know why? Talk to me.
So, I also posted I read some interesting things on the internet this weekend, and it's mostly on Facebook. I wasn't really talking on Facebook except promoting the show, but I was just looking at stuff and liking stuff and sharing stuff.
Right.
There was another thing, Jesse Jackson and Malcolm X, Louis Farrakhan, was at this meeting, and they're the 5 on the panel. And Jesse Jackson saying, "Oh, we're winning," we're from where we came from and 50 years ago. And Louis Farrakhan is like, "No, we're not, because as long as black folks are hurting, we haven't won. And it's got to start from the top, from the big, all the way up to the top, and got to come down to the masses. Because the top is all white. The top is fine. You know what I mean? They're living, they're doing whatever they do, but it's the middle and the bottom that's not getting the message. You know what I mean? Until everybody gets the message, we're not winning, and that's what Louis Farrakhan was saying. He's like, you bought what they sold you. You know what I mean? Basically what he said. But the real thing is, you know what I mean? Taking care of us to make us better, rather than going out there throwing. We spend $1 trillion in black people in America. We spend $1 trillion in America, right?
Okay.
About 2% of that goes into your neighborhood. 2%. 2%. You know how long that money circulates in our neighborhood? 6 hours. I learned that today from this black-owned bank that's going out now.
Okay.
And Chinese people spend 28 days in their neighborhood, in their community. The Jews, I think it was 13 days they spend in their community.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because they spend money with their community. So once you start helping your own community and doing your own and trying to make something positive in your community, because that's where it's going to start. We got all these celebrities talking about they want to be doing something, they want to do something, but they're the ones who has a platform to actually do something.
That's the key
word. You know what I mean?
Platform.
So they have the platform to actually really go out there, find the masses, because everybody follows them on Twitter, everybody follows them on Instagram, everybody follows them on Facebook.
We wish them happy birthday. We don't even know them.
You don't even know them. You know what I mean? But when it comes to actually us doing something that can better us, nobody's nowhere to be found. But everybody want to talk about, oh, well, this is not right. This is not right. So when y'all gonna actually stand up and do something? As a mass. You know what I mean? Because y'all keep talking about y'all up there. As long as everything is fine with y'all up there, and don't worry about nothing that's going to the bottom, because we put money in y'all pockets.
Let me ask you a question though. We always say that, and it seems like we as a race have that problem. Why do you think that is? I think, one of the reasons is, do you think, we have been subliminally brainwashed?
We have, to a certain extent.
Yeah, to a certain extent.
Yes.
Where they don't even need to attack us no more. We attack ourselves. And
when you got black people thinking that them being black is not good because you're not white enough, then you got a problem.
Okay, let's take it even further. That depends on the race. But what, you have this store over here, and I have this store over here, and instead of working together, I'm in competition with you.
Right.
So now I'm trying to you know what I'm saying, make you go out of business, and you're trying to make
But
me go out of
that
business.
shouldn't be the key. The key should
Exactly.
be me and you should be brothers, and we should talk about the business and then see who we can
Let's
help
take
each
it back
other.
to let's take it back to slavery, and we say it all the time. Let's think about slavery when it comes to slavery. We got house nigga and field nigga. You know what I'm saying? The field nigga, you know what I'm saying, is jealous. You know what I'm saying? The house nigga.
Stop using that word. Just say
I
fill
know.
in. Just say
Okay.
fill in.
Let's talk about what it is. I understand
Okay, I
what it
understand
is.
that, but I
Let's
don't
talk
like
about
that
what
word.
it
You don't
is.
like
We're not
that
using
word.
it as a racist.
We're
We're
trying to
bringing
get
it
rid of
up.
that word.
Okay. We can only get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? When racism stops. How about that? When racism stopped, we get rid of it. We're not using it and saying, like, what's up, my nigga? I don't believe in that. But we use it actually what it was called
Right.
as well. So we got the field nigga, you know what I'm saying, that's jealous of the house nigga, and it's vice versa. One person think they're better than another as well. And that's when jealousy, you know what I'm saying, begins. Because I take you in, and you know what I'm saying, to have your peers jealous of you. So the whole ideology is for you to fight against one another. So if you fight against one another, I already done my job. I don't have to whip you up, fight you no more. I'm going to have you fighting for me as well. So that's the idea of brainwash. When you look at, you know what I'm saying, even, you know what I'm saying, from dishonesty, you know what I'm saying, to drugs on the block, until, you know what I'm saying, until the corporate. Everybody's fighting against one another instead of building one another up.
Right.
We want to build
Right.
on top of each
Right.
other instead of building
And that's
with
what
one
we
another.
got to start doing. We got to start building each other up. You know what I mean? Helping each other out, because this is how you get. This is how you become one, and the masses get the message. Because as long as we still, you know what I mean, everybody needs to get the message. I don't care about Shaquisha in the ghetto. Shaquisha in the ghetto. She got to get the message too. Or Antoine in the corner selling drugs. He got to get the message too.
Right.
Because eventually this unity thing. Because all we're gonna keep doing is filling our jails up with black folks. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what we're gonna keep doing. As long as y'all keep doing this crazy crap.
But let's talk about that. You keep saying, "Oh, we're going to keep doing this filming." All they're going to show us is that that there are black folks that's filling up the jail. So we have that idea, and we already be conditioned that, oh my God, there are black folks filling the jail, because you have to look at it, you know what I'm saying, when you look at statistics, that's not actually true.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Statistics show, you know what I'm saying, there are 18%, you know what I'm saying, of black folks, you know what I'm saying, filled up with jail, and there's 64%, you know what I'm saying, of white folks that's filled up with jail, or Caucasians, however you want to use it,
Yeah,
and the rest is minority.
Yeah, but let's look at the Caucasians in jail. You know what I mean? How many?
We're talking about people behind bars.
Yeah, but let's look at.
I don't care about behind bars if it's good.
I understand.
No.
I understand that.
I understand
But
what you're saying.
No,
Talk to
because
me.
they're two different. You know,
That's right,
white
you're
crimes
right.
and black
Come on.
crimes are two different things.
Huh?
White crimes and black crimes are two different
Okay,
things.
let's call it what it is.
we
White
can still-
collar crimes?
Yeah, yeah. So,
Okay,
no,
blue collar
I'm
crimes?
saying white crimes and black crimes are two different things.
Yes, they are, but it's a
because
crime.
white folks will go out there and, you know, they'll do mass, you know, raping, you know what I mean,
Right.
crazy crap, like, you know, embezzling, stuff like that.
All
Black
right.
folks will do
But-
petty
no,
crap.
so
you
like
know,
Mayoff.
Right. Black folks will do stuff like selling drugs, petty theft, armed robbery, you know,
Right.
things like that. So when we say that, let's look at the percentages of the white folks in jail. You know, when they said 8% of us, how many 8% are real criminals? You know what I mean? How many of the 60% or 64% are white people in jail real criminals?
What do you
know
mean
I
by real criminals?
When I say criminals, I'm saying because they're different types of criminals, as I'm saying.
Are you talking about
One is
are you talking about them saying different levels? You know what I'm saying? Of
Yeah,
the,
different
of
levels
the
of
judicial
cri-
system,
yes,
like
yeah.
felonies and misdemeanors.
Right.
Let me tell you
right.
about that. From a person that's been incarcerated.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
tell me,
You know what I'm saying?
tell me, please.
For a person that's been incarcerated, to me, you know what I'm saying? Once you're behind them walls. Now, if you are innocent in jail, you know what I'm saying? Blamed, forced, accused, that's totally different. But I don't care if, you know what I'm saying, this is me, because I've been there. Whether you sold drugs, whether you robbed somebody, whether you killed somebody, you're still, you know what I'm saying, behind bars. It's a crime. It's a crime, and that's how I totally feel. It's a crime. Now, it's one thing, you know what I'm saying, and this people will fight this, like, you know what, how does, you know what I'm saying, rape, you know what I'm saying, get 5 years or 10 years, and me selling drugs get 25 years as well. I mean, and I guess, you know what I'm saying, we don't look at it, you know what I'm saying, that far, because you know what the real story is behind that? And the real story is, when they look at drugs, they look at it as it's called controlled substance.
Right.
And controlled substance, you know what I'm saying, it's controlling the community. So they're not looking at, you know what I'm saying, you raped this person. They're looking at, you know what I'm saying, how much, you know what I'm saying, what happened? It's looking at how much, you know what I'm saying, it's going out affecting the community and in concert.
So let's go back to that there with the drugs.
Yes.
Because the drugs, how do drugs get to the black community?
Well, come on. I think we should know that.
I want to tell the world how
you want.
how we got it.
Tell me. I hope you're accurate, though. We, you know what I'm saying, I hope you're accurate.
We ain't bringing it in.
Okay. Well, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how it's really getting there. I don't know how it's really getting there. Talk to me. Talk to me. Don't look at me like I'm stupid. But you want to say the Reagan laws? From Ronald Reagan, from on? How far you want to go with that? Because if you want to look at it, because that was the biggest scam.
How does drugs get into our neighborhoods? How does this stuff happen? I mean, how does everything happen in the world?
Somebody's bringing it in, Greg. If you want to be funny, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You want to be funny, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm only going to speak on what I know. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to assume.
What you know? What you know about it? What you know
about it? Are you
tapped
tapped or something? Are you a cop or something? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Are you tapped?
You're a coward.
This dude is crazy.
Cal is crazy. No, I'm just saying. I mean, we got to stop adapting to what they're giving us and what they're feeding us. We got to start living our own lives and start doing our own thing, because I believe that we as a people can do better. And as long as we want to do better, we can do better. But it's up to you to do better first.
I agree with
y'all? I mean, is there a mass of people out here that want to change the way we are perceived in this world? Is there a mass of people in this world that want to change the way we are treated in this world? Because I know I'm sick and tired of it. You know what I mean? I'm sick and tired of walking on eggshells for them. You know what I mean? Sometimes. Because the only time I'm just gonna be who I am and just tell you off and call you a racist to your face, because that's what you are. That's what you're gonna be.
Okay.
But yeah. I mean, I was going off right
now. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to see what was going on. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't even know. I'm like, I try not to put my energy into these things because they frustrate me a lot.
But things do tick you off.
And they take me off a little bit.
And things do call your attention at some point.
Right, it does. And sometimes like I was doing a few minutes ago, I ramble about what I'm talking about.
You rambled or you was rambling?
I was rambling.
I thought you was rambling. I was like, what's going on?
I was rambling.
I thought you was
rambling on about what I was thinking, but because I couldn't put it all into one thought and put it out there, so I had to run it all together.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I forgot what I was saying. What you were saying. How we got to that point.
We got to that point because we was talking about white supremacy,
right?
As well, and we was talking about how this is just another form of modern day terrorism, as well. Because anytime you could go out and terrorize a whole new.
I mean, how does an American citizen, American people, allow something like that to happen? Like they knew this was going down. I mean, this is they just didn't walk out there and start protesting, and they would, somebody had to know this protest was going down. Like,
I mean, your answer is simple. How they allow a lot of things?
No, but there's
how do we allow a lot of things?
I'm just saying a lot of protesting going on. They know they're protesting. Like when New York City there's a protest.
So what do you think we should do?
There's a
What do you think we should do?
What do you mean? What do we should do?
I'm asking you a question. They know what's going on. So we think we should go run and tell somebody?
No.
Okay.
Like they did in Alabama. You know what I mean? They didn't let us cross that bridge that first time they went to go walk to march on Washington, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, they stopped them and they turned them around.
Okay.
So why didn't they stop? Why didn't somebody stop them today? You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to do the other day. Why didn't somebody stop them?
Because, I believe, they allow freedom of speech, to go to liberal.
Yeah, but freedom of speech, I mean,
Listen to what I just said. Listen to what I just said. Because, you're missing it. They allow freedom of speech to go to liberal. That means to free.
Yeah, but that's the only time we let it go too free.
Exactly.
Like wow, crazy free.
It was crazy. It was crazy. Tell me about it.
That hurt my brain.
It hurt your brain?
It did.
Oh my God.
Because I'm thinking the world. We're in 2017 and they're allowed to
we
do
in 2017 and nothing has changed.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed.
You don't have to cameras down. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, guys. I mean, really, nothing has changed in 2017. We haven't learned nothing yet. We haven't learned nothing yet. I mean, come on. Really?
You feel really strong about that.
I do because it's crazy that we still live in this world that this is still going on.
But so what do you think? So let's talk about how when you look at that racism. Racism just continue to be passed down through, through one generation.
Yeah, but racism is not learned; it's taught.
Exactly.
And that's another thing. So we gotta stop teaching our kids this hate because this is what's going on.
I agree.
Somebody's teaching somebody something, they learn it, or somebody's home, they got nothing going on in their life, and looking at this stuff on television or whatever, and they starting to hate, and then they go out there enjoying these things. And I think for me, I call white supremacy hate terrorism because you want to hurt a group of people. I mean, this is what terrorists do. They hurt a group of people, and whether it be killing them, whether it be hurting them emotionally, physically, they try to hurt people.
Right,
I agree with that. That's what white supremacists do. You know what I mean? So why can't we call them a terrorist? Because I believe that's what I want to call them. I want to call them a terrorist.
I just said that, modern day terrorism.
Yeah, but don't do modern day terrorism. Let's call it terrorism. That's what it is.
Okay.
We don't call it ISIS modern day terrorism, do we? We call them terrorists.
Okay.
Let's get it right. All right. Because we keep making these names up for side naming them for them, and this is not right. You know what I mean? Because every time, you know what I mean? Every time we go out and do something and we get crazy, they want to call us animals.
That's right.
And scum of the earth and hoodlums and all this stuff, but then they go out there and freely do some.
What do we call them though? What do we call them?
What?
What do we call? What's the name for them? Whether it be white, whether it be any nationality, what do we call them?
For white people?
Yeah. Yes, we talk Caucasians, white people, however you want to word
We
it.
call them Caucasians, white
Okay.
people. I don't know.
Oh, we don't call them white trash?
But that's. I mean, there are some people there. They're not all white trash though.
Oh, wait a minute. What you said?
They're not all white trash though.
Wow. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying? We are separating them now. You know what I'm saying? What do we call them that, you know what I'm saying, the people? We understand we call them terrorists and everything.
Now I understand what you're saying. Okay.
What is the names we have for them?
Okay, right. White
Because
trash.
we're called
trash.
animals.
Yeah.
We're called, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
goats, coons, whatever. I say goats. I don't even know, like apes and all this other type of stuff. But, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, we call them trailer trash, white trash, which is scum of the earth as well. When you look at it, you know what I'm saying, right there, where will the hate stop?
The hate will stop when they stop teaching it.
That's great. That's it right there. So so how do we get further than that? So how can I stop teaching it?
You start teaching it by letting, talking to other races and getting to know their cultures and letting your child play with other kids that are different cultures.
That's 100%. That's 100% right. But you're just scratching the surface.
You're just scratching the surface, but that's where it starts.
No, it don't.
Where does it start?
I think it start with a changed mind because you're only going to do what you think.
Well, this is true.
You know what I'm saying? If you change it, I'm listening to this. That's all I always say. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right action doesn't change wrong thinking. I could do everything right, but my thinking can be wrong.
True.
As well. So in order for me to change, you know what I'm saying, change what I do,
your way of
I got to change the way I think.
Right.
As well. So if I get inside your mind's going to be connected to your heart. And also whatever's in your heart is actually going to come out. So, so you have to change the way these people think as well. Change what you think. Change what you think and it'll change what you do and that'll change your world. At the end of the day. People say we need to sit down and have a conversation. I heard people say that. It sounds good. Okay, I got Donald Trump. Excuse me. I got Donald Trump. I got this person over here, whatever the vice president name is. I don't even know his name. And, you know what I'm saying? I got Pence over here, and I got all these people, you know what I'm saying, that probably doesn't like me because of the color of my skin. What do we really have to talk about when I'm saying they're already made up? They already made up their mind of what they think already. You could come to the table all you want. But if they don't change what they think, they're not going to, you know, so they're not going to act on what they believe in. Yeah, sometimes they only listen to what I got to say to just give a response. They're not listening to what I got to say to understand. So sitting at the table is not going to do no good. We have to be reprogrammed, you know what I'm saying, and redemonstrated, you know what I'm saying, of what we think. As well, because we think a lot of crazy stuff too, you know what I'm saying? And you keep saying it's passed down. It's passed down. Let's talk about in the black community too as well. It's passed down in the black community. Like, say somebody right now.
Well, but we talk about,
listen to this. Wait a minute. We talked about this last week. If somebody shoots your child, you want somebody to tell, right?
Of course.
Do you think that's going to happen?
No.
Why?
Because black folks don't do that. They just call you a snitch.
No. What? That's what happened.
They call you a snitch.
Listen. Somebody shoot my child. I want somebody to. But why? Come on, they shot your child.
Right.
Is it right?
No, it's not right.
Come on now.
But you'll have a white guy shoot a black kid. Nobody won't say nothing. But everybody want to jump on it. Oh, I know who did it. He did it. He did it. He's the one in the blue uniform. But say it's your own community guy. He walks past you every day, and you know he shot this person. That's crazy.
Are you kidding me?
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Look at the stuff we inherit too.
And then you're gonna look at the same person that shot the other person the next day and the next week in your neighborhood like nothing ever happened. Rest in peace. You got a visual outside. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
I agree with you 100%.
It's so crazy.
Okay.
That we keep going through this.
All right. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy. Are you okay? What's going on, man? Is that pen all right?
No, because sometimes I think about stuff, and sometimes it catch me in the moment. Like, God, we really still talking about this?
Yeah.
Like, we still going through this?
But I mean, you know seriously? What? Can we be real? Can we be a little bit more honest? Let's be a little bit more honest.
So let's talk about this first.
Talk about it.
Because they say Christopher Columbus discovered America, right?
Stop it.
Right.
I want to talk
so,
are we really doing social studies? Are we doing social studies today?
Because I want everybody to see and how this world has worked to where we got to today with this white supremacy march. You know what I mean? Because the same people that claim, you know what I mean, they found this country, they didn't find it. Native Americans found it. You know what I mean? Then they brought black people over here on boats and made us build this country. But we'll never get no credit for that. You know what I mean? Then after that, you put us in slavery, You know what I mean? And then you start raping our wives, the mothers, the grandmothers of these black men. You know what I mean? And getting them pregnant and having babies. And this is how I got my color. You know what I mean? But we don't want to talk about that. But instead, you don't like us. You know what I mean? You don't like what we do, how we live. You don't like our culture. But all these bad things you did to us now has made us angry and made us mad. And this is why things like this happen.
And that's why we stand up and say black love. And that's why we stand up and say black power.
Girl magic.
You know what I'm saying? That's why we announce, what black is.
But you would say black girl magic, but black girl magic ain't this homegirl up there, fucking twerking on the radio.
Why you pointing your pen? What's going on? You getting angry? Are you angry?
Yeah, a little bit today.
You know what I'm saying? What's going on?
On my mind.
You know?
Twerking on the videos, talking about, you know what I mean, a black girl magic. That's not black girl magic.
It's not black
you know what I mean?
Magic.
I'm sorry.
That's not black girl magic. That's misguided magic.
Right.
You know?
Right.
That's misguided magic.
Right. And then we're gonna stop. You know what I mean? So we were talking about before we get off, we were talking about domestic violence class. Remember I asked you last week after the show, we were talking about we were standing outside and I said to you how domestic violence happened and people can hear it and nobody don't say nothing. You said, "Oh, when I used to hear it in my apartment, I used to call the police."
I did. Yo, that's crazy. I did. And that's really true. Let's talk about it.
So, you know what I mean? Because people will turn the other way and not even say nothing like nothing ever happened. Like you just listen.
Because that could be somebody's mother.
You know what I mean?
And this will be, now I got it.
Remember?
Because think about this. Because at the end of the day, I would want somebody to call the police.
And that's what we were talking about. We're talking about people's mother.
And we were talking about snitching. That's what we were talking about.
Yes, and we were talking about how we treat, how you get on the train. Like how you want to train somewhere. And you decide that somebody got in your way and it's a woman or whatever. You decide to start going off on her and cursing her out. And it could be somebody's mother, it could be somebody's sister, it could be somebody's aunt, it could be somebody's cousin. But when somebody comes out on your mother, or your aunt, or your cousin, you want to protect them and say, "Oh, you can't talk to her that way," but you will stand on the corner and talk to somebody else that way. So how is it right for you to do it to somebody else and nobody can do it to your family? I mean, this is what it was going. But go ahead and finish what you were saying.
We was talking about, domestic violence.
Domestic violence, and you were saying
and I was talking about, about my daughter.
Right.
So, this is how I feel. If my daughter went to her, I don't like to say boyfriend, went to her friend's house, and she was there and he got violent with her, at the end of the day, I would want somebody to call the cops to help my daughter as well. So I have to see it from that way, because that could be somebody's mother, that could be somebody's daughter as well. Somebody needs to help her, at the end of the day, and that's how I feel about that situation.
And I totally agree with you on that.
But what if that's your family member? You just want to say, well, that's none of my business. I'm not getting into that. Well, we're taught from an early age, whatever happened in this house stays in this house. That's BS to me.
Right, but even in the family, everybody's turning their head to it.
That's crazy. Whatever happened in this house stays in this house.
You know what I mean? That's crazy. But this is how you.
That's crazy. So
this is how you.
Somebody's raping somebody in the house, and whatever happened in this house stays in this house.
Have kids growing up beating up on their kids or beating up on somebody else because it was taught.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you can't be mad at some 18-year-old kid for beating up. Just like when Chris Brown did it. You know what I mean? You can't be mad at him for doing what he did because somebody showed it to him.
What do you think about what Chris Brown did?
I mean,
you brought it up.
I'll
talk about that. You live right now.
Let it go.
You want to let that go?
It happened. Let it go.
Oh, now you want to let it go?
Yeah, let it go.
Oh, okay. Is it touchy?
Let me bring up the past.
Yeah, I understand.
Let me bring up the past.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But with that being said, don't bring up the past, but it's not right.
It's not right.
It's not right for no man to hit no woman.
It's not right for a woman to
it's
not right. It's not right for
first.
No,
we got a problem.
This is not right for a human being to put their hands on another human being.
Period.
Let's put it like that.
That's what we said last week. That's exactly what I said.
If you're a human being, don't put your hands on me. I won't put my hands on you. Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? And this becomes, men are to be looked at as Superman. Men are to be looked at as such the dominant, role, in the household. It's not okay for you to put your hands on me. It's not okay for men to get abused as well. Because they did not a talk show. Whoopi Goldberg said the same thing. Whoopi Goldberg defended Chris Brown. She said, listen, she hit him in the face with a stiletto. You want him to stand there and resist her.
Oh, baby, no, I'm so sorry. Why did you do that? I'm sorry.
Are you kidding me?
No.
My point is this. At the end of the day, keep your hands to yourself. Let's everybody keep their hands to themselves. Because at the end of the day...
We're grown anyway. Why are we hitting people anyway?
Because you're angry, as well as that.
How do you get angry enough to hit somebody?
You don't know?
I mean, yeah.
You have the hands.
I do, but I don't.
You never did it? I did it.
When I was younger, yeah,
You know
I'm talking
what I'm
grown. I'm talking grown.
I did when I was grown too. Stop it.
No, not grown.
I did. Come on
Not
now.
grown,
I ain't
not
innocent.
grown.
I did
Not
it.
grown, not
Yeah, I
grown.
did it.
Not
I might
grown.
do it again tonight.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You know, come
Not
on
grown.
now.
You can't be hitting nobody. That's
Yeah,
not nice. That's
a lot of
it's
things
like
ain't nice.
okay. So you know what? It's like bullying. Like why is bullying going on?
Bullying, that happens every day.
Yeah, but why is it going on in schools? Like why? I mean, come on
You
now.
want the answer?
Yeah.
Why do you think bullying is going on in school? Why is people, you know what I'm saying, bullying, you know what I'm saying? And what do you mean by that? Bullying for what? This
Whatever.
intimidating people?
Intimidating people. Why? Why we still?
Because hatred is there.
Yeah, but why parents have to teach their kid you don't do
How
that to
you,
somebody?
okay, why do we always say parents teach their kids that?
Because it's
You
taught.
think that?
It's
You think?
taught,
Okay.
not learned.
Let's say this slower. Why do we say parents, being the parent, the dominant feature at home? Is it possible that a parent can raise their child and do everything right, and the child does drift away and does everything and does something else?
Yes, it is.
So did the parent teach him that?
No.
So let's not just say parents. You know what I'm saying as well. Something's wrong with the cameras. Do you see that today?
Yeah.
I've been looking at that. What are you doing? Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, stop messing with the cameraman. Cameraman, please.
Sorry.
Please, cameraman.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, we appreciate you. We appreciate you, cameraman.
But
Thank
yes, I mean I
you.
don't.
Don't listen to the camera.
I don't know.
Okay.
But we gotta do something.
Okay.
I mean we can't because I mean we come here every week we talk about the same issues and we gotta do something new. We gotta start changing.
But how do
something.
we talk? How do we? So
Something gotta be changed.
If you want to talk about different issues, if you want to talk about different subjects in a broader horizon, then we have to see something different. I won't talk about
So how
nothing.
we gonna show them something different?
Well, we're doing it right now.
We're showing them different.
We're
right
doing
now?
it right now. You know
All
what I'm
right.
saying? At the
All
end of the
right.
day, we're doing it right
so,
now.
I gotta
we're
give a
taking
shout
it-
out.
we're
I gotta
taking
give a
this
shout
platform.
out to one of my guests who came to my hotel about a couple of months
Okay.
ago. I posted a video on my Instagram and on my Facebook.
I can't even see what this says.
So there was this guy. Oh my gosh, I meant to remember his name. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
He was one of the guys back in the Holocaust, and what he was doing was taking little kids and freeing them and taking them to Britain and finding them families and raise them.
Okay.
He saved, I think it was 669 kids.
Okay.
So there's a video of him in his auditorium, and everybody in the auditorium stands up, and he doesn't know what's going on. And all of a sudden, they realize and tell him that these are all the kids that he saved. One of the ladies that I know as a guest was a daughter of her late parents were one of the kids two of the kids that he saved.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it was amazing, and they all stand up and they acknowledge him. So what happened was his wife found this book, and he kept all the notes of all the kids, their names, who the families he gave them to, and his wife found the book and then brought it to a reporter, and this is how this came about.
Wow.
But
Amazing wife.
it was amazing. But it was amazing that this man and all this stuff that was going on back in the Holocaust saved these kids and brought them somewhere else to give them a better life.
Right.
It was amazing. But I had to tell that story because I thought that was something good that I read this week. Made me feel good anyway, besides all the crap that's going on in the world. Now, back to the real world, back to the reality sucks that we live in.
Okay. So, besides that, tell me something good now.
Tell you
What's
something
going
good?
on good? Tell me something. What's happening in your life that's good?
What's
You gotta
happening
think
in the
about it?
world is good.
You gotta think
In
about
my
something that's
life.
going
In my
good.
life. In my life.
Your name is Tyler.
Oh,
right? You
I'm
want
getting my implant next week.
All right.
Holla.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Okay.
Good stuff.
Okay. All right. You know what I'm saying?
I am getting my implant for my tooth.
I appreciate that.
You said what's going on good.
Okay.
That's going on good. Somebody else paid for it.
There's nothing wrong
One
with
of my non okay, so
Thank
I think
you.
I told you guys a couple weeks ago, but if I didn't tell you, so I put good into the world every day. I try to be a better me every day, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
And all my guests, my return guests that come to where I work, that I take care of, they sometimes they want to do something nice for me, and this one guest decided to be anonymously give me an implant for my tooth that I'm missing.
Right.
And it's going to start happening this week.
That's beautiful.
I thought it was a nice gesture, but like I said, you put good things in the world, you want to see change, you want to talk
Definitely. Good
about.
energy, I believe
You know
that.
what I mean? You put all that out into the world, it comes back to you. It's just about what you want to put out in the world, what you want to receive back. Because this person, I don't know if it was a man or a woman. Sorry, my shirt is untied. I don't know.
It's a mess today.
something-
What's going
I don't
on
know. some people, you know, this person had nothing to do with my life, never had to be, or probably didn't want to be, or had, you know, but decided to do something nice for me, and I appreciate that. But I just like I always say, you put your best out there in the world, the best come back or good come back.
Right.
What happened? What's going on in your world? What's going on?
My world is amazing.
Yeah. What's going on? What happened good to you this week?
You know, I'm breathing. I woke up today. You know what I'm saying? I woke up every day, but besides that, you know, man, I don't even know what I'm saying, how to say this, because it's just so overwhelming. Dating.
I'm dating.
I'm dating.
Hey, now.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This amazing.
Shout out to Cal for dating. Amazing Cal is dating.
Okay, no, but seriously, okay, you funny. You know what I'm saying? Amazing woman. And when I say she's amazing, man, you know, and I just appreciate her as well. Man, I'm doing stuff I have never done, and it's an amazing feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's a great feeling. You know what I'm saying? Wow, more than I don't want to say infatuated, because that's just a cheap way of saying it. Oh my goodness, I adore her so much.
Hey now,
as well as that, and that's about it. That's what's happening.
So,
so the background's for it. You know what I'm saying? It's about behind you. It's what
it is.
Really? Yeah, it is. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just want to say that as well. So we appreciate that. You know,
so
it was a good day.
I don't know if you have anything you guys want to discuss one of these days, or if you have any topics that you want to talk about, you're more than welcome to send them to us or inbox us on Facebook, and we can have a little chat about it on our next episode. I know that I'm a little short. We're probably a little scattered tonight, but it's been a long week. I had to work 60 hours a week, and I haven't. This is the first week of it, and I haven't.
It's your first and your first. I'm quite sure they understand.
So
it's our day off.
Yeah, it's a day off. I guess you could say.
I just came back from work today. I did a little work, and yeah, you know, just want to know.
And I was kind of overloaded with stuff today. I was on my way back home. I was overloaded with videos and things that I read and talked about. I reposted on my Facebook, so if you go to my page, you can see it.
Right.
But it was a lot of stuff. It was just a lot of stuff about how we've been treated all these years and nothing has changed, and I don't know how to process it yet. And I was trying to process it all day today, and I can't process it because I'm still trying to figure out how we still here. And when oh my gosh.
I don't like to say, saying we're survivors, because, you know, when you're a survivor, you still see the marks. But I like to say we overcame a lot of things. And the truth of the matter, have we overcame some things?
No.
As well?
Because
have
you know
we
why?
overcame
You know how I know?
some things?
Oh, so this week.
Now, you know that energy. Give it to me.
This is where it came from. So, this week, there are two guys that I talked to. But one is 51, one is 61. And this other white guy who works in that building, and he's those real white Republicans.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? He didn't like Obama. He's all for Trump. And then he started talking about Chicago and Baltimore and blacks killing each other, and how he was going, and I had to stop him and say, wait. Now see, you don't messed up now, because
you don't messed up.
He also wants people that don't believe that and transgender people should go to the bathrooms with his daughter. Like, he don't believe that. But with that being said, you rather a woman to go into a bathroom, stand up beside a man and use the bathroom and expect this man not to go crazy. You really serious? Come on now. So you rather do that rather than have this woman to go into a bathroom where nobody's going to look at her wrong or secondly guess who she is or what she is using the bathroom. Huh? I mean, really? But this is people that live in the world, you know what I mean, that we're around every day that feel this way, you know what I mean? And I try to talk to this guy and try to give him a little bit of advice and try to let him open his mind to see some change. But then again, he don't want to see the change. You know what I mean? But every day I still talk to this guy every week.
But how do you know he's not seeing the change? You might not see the results.
Because he just told me last week. This was last week when he said to me about Baltimore and blacks, and I was like,
I still disagree.
Oh my God!
Just because somebody's still talking, you're still planting that seed. That might take you to plant that seed.
True.
Somebody else come to water,
True.
and I'm saying, and somebody else will get the increase.
True.
Because everything that's talked about, you know what I'm saying, I didn't receive right then and there. You know what I'm saying? But it took time, you know what I'm saying, for me, you know what I'm saying, to grow on me. So, you know, at the end of the day, I think that's where we at, man. You know, everything doesn't happen overnight. The background's falling as well as that.
So, can we try this week to try to change, you know, somebody's mind or change your mind about doing something better and trying to get rid of this world of hate that we live in?
I agree.
Because of this, because this can't be, you know what I mean? Like I said, you know, in 10 to 15, 20 years, this won't even be an issue because the kids that are growing up now don't even have that, you know what I mean, have that hate in them. I see it every day. I see kids all the time, you know what I mean? But
Thank you.
We got to stop eventually.
Okay. I appreciate
And I'm just hoping that we can
I appreciate
get it together and do better.
Right. We definitely appreciate the segment we had.
So I think we're gonna call it a night, guys. I know it was a short one tonight, and we were a little off.
We'll be back live. We'll be
next week,
live
Sunday.
and direct next Sunday.
Next Sunday night,
You know what I'm
7:30.
saying? 7:30. We'll be on
Hopefully,
time.
I have
Maybe you'll come in the studio on
mastered
time.
the 60 hours a week working,
Okay.
and we'll
We
be on
appreciate
time.
you, though.
And I'm sorry we were late tonight.
With the Uber.
Had some technical difficulties
With the Uber.
and setting up.
We appreciate you, though.
But thank you guys for watching and joining in, and we'll see you next week. And like I always say, somebody used to say, take care, be good to be good to yourself and be good to each other. That's how we're gonna make this world great.
Shout out to my baby Latoya.
So you guys have a good
Say
night.
hi, Latoya.
Good night.
You ain't gonna say hi, Latoya?
One, hi Latoya.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
We appreciate
Have a good
you.
night. Thanks for joining.